Fighting Blindness is built around three pillars. So we have the cure aspect, we have the support aspect, and we also have the empower aspect. So the cure is about the development of new treatments and cures for the very rare forms of blindness, but also some of the common forms of blindness. And the support aspect is a crucial part of what we do. It's leading people down that journey of sight loss, coming to terms with their sight loss, and the empowerment part is a really exciting part of what we do as well. Working with other groups to empower patients to live full and fulfilled lives as a person with visual impairment.
A huge amount has been discovered in the last 30 years. We've played a significant part in that, and I think it's very hopeful now that there will be treatments coming on the market, becoming available to patients in the next few years.
Fighting Blindness was the group that actually started the work in Trinity. There'd be no research into eye disease in Trinity if Fighting Blindness hadn't initially funded that work, and now it's grown to a group of about 25 people in the genetics department in Trinity and people in UCD and all over Ireland and Cork. And so that is why I'm here.
Well, Fighting Blindness started, as Jane said, the work in Trinity, and they've supported the work in the Eye and Ear Hospital where I work as well, trying to identify genes leading to developing treatments. So my great hope is that one day, as a result of the work that Fighting Blindness has supported, that we will actually develop treatments of these conditions.
I mean, we all like to bring our talents to where we can and help out charitable organisations. So Fighting Blindness to me is a very worthwhile cause. I think it's also got a great future. So I believe it's very well worthwhile being involved with Fighting Blindness.
I became involved in the organisation when I was diagnosed with retinitis pigmentosa myself when I was very young. And the reason that the organisation appealed to me was because I felt they were really tackling the problem at the root of it, the root cause. And it's been absolutely amazing to see the progress over the past 15 years. And it's wonderful to see so many younger people who are either affected themselves or their families getting involved with the organisation, because there is so much hope for that generation. And now with the onset of our clinical trials, but also with the development of our national register for inherited retinopathies, it's ensuring them at an earlier stage that they're aware of the condition that they have, and empowers them really to choose the best course of action for them, be it care or be it a trial, or even for the researchers to look further into the conditions.
I think they've done extraordinary things through patient passion. And when you're giving therapies that are going to be life-changing for people's children, and when people suffer from the disease, there's nothing like the advocacy of the patients who are involved in it to help research make leaps and bounds. And certainly the blindness community internationally have benefited exponentially from the involvement of groups like Fighting Blindness and the American groups and the German groups and the French groups.
Enable, the company I work for, it's a gene therapy company, and we're developing a treatment for an inherited form of blindness called retinitis pigmentosa. And in fact, Fighting Blindness essentially put the money into the research that created the therapy that we're now progressing to clinical trials. So Fighting Blindness were instrumental in the foundation of our company, and we're very proud that we're an Irish gene therapy company, and it was an Irish patient organisation that essentially a long time ago put the money into Trinity College and developed a very novel and exciting agent. Well, I think Fighting Blindness are unique in a number of ways. First of all, it's actually still quite unusual for patients to lead an organisation of this kind, and I think Fighting Blindness do an excellent job of providing on two levels the service to patients from a counselling perspective in terms of their diagnosis, but also keeping patients up to date in terms of things that are happening in the lab and in companies like my own. It's very important. There's a lot of really exciting developments in this area, so it's very important for us that somebody like a patient organisation provides the communication directly to patients.
I first got involved with Fighting Blindness about 10 years ago. I was diagnosed with a condition called Stargardt disease, which affects my central vision. So basically my vision is deteriorating all the time. I don't know how much of it I will lose, and I don't know how fast that I'm going to lose it, but it is degenerating all the time. The reason I first got involved with Fighting Blindness is because I did the usual thing when you get diagnosed. I googled everything and they came up and I gave them a call, and it was really nice to talk to people who knew what I was going through, who had even heard of my condition because it's a very rare condition, and who were able to give me really good information about what to expect, but also about research that was going on, that there may be a treatment someday. I mean, I couldn't believe that was even possible, because I was kind of told my eyesight would get worse and there was nothing I could do about it. But to hear that there's research ongoing in Ireland and around the world, there's clinical trials, for somebody to tell me that was just absolutely, it was just unbelievable, and it just gave me so much hope.